he is wrong to underestimate me, and I hope to make him pay for his mistake. I think it's fair that he is marked as the favorite, and I recognize that there is no way that this fight will be seen in any other way. So I understand that I am considered the alleged underdog, but that only produces additional motivation to obtain a result in my favor. To emerge victorious against an opponent who is favorite by 8-1 would be a tremendous story. With all of the attributes that he has, we are sure that we will also be able to find certain weaknesses in him. And the key to defeating him is precisely to explore those weak points, trying to minimize his strengths and be able to perform in the fight with everything that I know how to do well. I consider myself a natural athlete, a boxer who has power. Also, I am a boxer who knows how to think inside the ring. I can't tell you how I'm going to beat him right now, but I will show you in the ring. Those are the words of Danny Jacobs ahead of his middleweight showdown with Triple G on March 18th, which will take place in Madison Square Garden, New York, live on HBO pay-per-view. It is a good fight, obviously. It's considered by most people on paper to be the toughest test so far for Triple G. But as Danny Jacobs said there in the quote, he is an 8-1 underdog. So although it's seen as Golovkin's toughest test to date by many, the fact that Jacobs is such a massive underdog puts things into perspective. Now, Danny Jacobs does have good athletic ability. He does have good punching power, good speed, so on and so forth. He's got good height. He's taller than Triple G. Probably got the longer arms. So it will be interesting to see what Jacobs can do with the tools that he has at his disposal. If he can maybe replicate or go one better than what Kell Brook was able to do against Triple G. Because he was able to touch Triple G with some shots. Danny Jacobs, if he can hit Triple G the way that Kell Brook did, can he hurt him? Triple G apparently has this iron jaw. We've never seen him remotely rocked in a professional ring. And as far as I'm aware, there's no footage of him being remotely rocked in an amateur ring either. But anybody can be hurt. It just takes the right amount of force in the right spot. And if they take it the first time, keep chopping away, you'll eventually hurt them. Can Danny Jacobs be that guy? I don't know. I'm just hoping for a good fight, regardless of how it goes. I hope Danny Jacobs comes to fight, and you know, he's a cancer survivor. So you have to imagine that there won't be much fear in his heart when he steps into the ring. So hopefully that means he produces the goods. And it really is remarkable that he's been able to come back from cancer, being told he would never walk again, being told he'd never box again, so on and so forth, to actually making it back to near the top in boxing and competing at championship level. It's extraordinary. So it would be an amazing story for him to come back from what he's been through and actually defeat Triple G as an 8-1 underdog. That would be incredible. Cinderella stuff. So we'll see what happens here. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about Danny Jacobs and his chances against Triple G. I've gone on record many times in the past as saying I don't think Jacobs' chin will stand up to 12 rounds of punishment from Triple G. He might be able to move around and box and do this, that, and the other, but eventually he's going to get hit. And unless he can hurt Triple G or knock Triple G out, which I'm going to assume is very hard to do, then he's going to get clipped at some point during the fight. Even if he's winning the fight, eventually this Triple G is going to clip him. And Danny Jacobs' chin hasn't reacted very well to being clipped before. He was down against Sergio Mora, knocked out by Dimitri Pirog, so on and so forth. So, I know it's a very basic argument to just hone in on one guy's chin and the other guy's power. It's a mistake that people often make. But Triple G is not just power. Triple G has a hell of a lot of skill. He is one of the most skilled pressure fighters I've seen in my time following the sport of boxing, which is several decades now. He's a very, very skilled pressure fighter. He don't waste much. He cuts off the ring incredibly well. So he's skilled. He may not have the same type of athletic ability that Danny Jacobs has to be able to move around and all that. And again, that's why it's going to be interesting to see what Jacobs can do with that against Triple G. And Jacobs himself has boxed in different styles in different fights. He was very aggressive in the Mora fights, whereas in other fights he's moved more. He was also aggressive against Peter Quillin, although he looked like he was going to box in that fight, but he landed a big right hand, hurt Quillin and capitalized on it. So he does have an aggressive streak in him, Jacobs. He's not a pure boxer or anything like that. He can box, but he likes to bang as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to go about fighting Triple G, if it will be pure boxing or if he intends to try and smother Triple G, because a lot of people believe that that's actually going to be the way to beat Triple G, to try and Andre Ward him on the inside, smother him. Is it too risky for Danny Jacobs to go that route though? I know he's got Virgil Hunter in his camp, but I saw an interview with Virgil Hunter the other day, and Virgil Hunter was claiming that he really hasn't been helping Danny Jacobs, that it's been Danny Jacobs' main trainer, his regular trainer, that's been doing pretty much all the work. And all Virgil Hunter said that he's been doing is he just opened up his gym to allow Jacobs to come train there, and he observes the sparring and whatnot, but he doesn't really interject with what is being said to Jacobs by his main trainer. So maybe that's just a ruse by Virgil Hunter. I don't know. Who knows? But it doesn't appear that he's imparting much knowledge, from what he said in the interview anyway, into Jacobs. So maybe we shouldn't expect any type of Andre Ward tactics, but we'll see. Anyway, just some musings there for you people. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.